Hi, I'm Ray Collins. Some local parents say a decision can't come soon enough. They're among those who file a suit against the state and several school districts. As our Adam Cellini tells us now, at issue is some honor students having to repeat third grade.
Cindy Vanderford's adopted son Matthew will be opting out of state tests this year as he transitions from his last school in Uganda.
He worked really hard to get on par with all of his students and all the other kids his age. And I don't want to lose that by coming back to the public school system and thinking, okay, he's going to be taking this test and that test.
Now a decision in Tallahassee could affect whether or not Matthew will be preparing for fourth grade by this time next year.
That's going to be something I'm going to keep a close eye on to see what judgments come forth and what's being changed.
A recently filed lawsuit by Sarasota attorney Andrea Mogensen against the state's retention policy for third graders ended in a stalemate on Friday. Disappointing for the more than dozen families involved and hundreds more in Florida's opt-out network.
We most certainly were frustrated. There's a number of students that are involved in this lawsuit that are about to start school.
Amy Lee, who helps run Manatee County's opt-out support group, was surprised to hear a Department of Education attorney dispute the lawsuit's claim that report cards are enough proof a child can read.
Hearing that kind of statement from a state official is heartbreaking, and honestly it's frightening. It validates everything that we fought for over the past month of fundraising to bring this lawsuit to court.
Many feel the result of this case could have a national impact on standardized testing.
Currently across the U.S. there are 16 states that have this policy.
Indecisiveness is not going to do anyone any good. Let's make some choices, let's make some good decisions, and then let's keep moving forward and doing things that are going to benefit everyone.
The judge presiding over this case has given the school districts until August 19th to file their final written arguments in this case. And many close to the case believe that August 22nd could be the final decision in court, which will be the same day school starts in Sarasota County. In Bradenton, Adam Cellini, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Well, the Suncoast had some heavy storms late today, and here's the proof. A viewer sent us this picture of a branch that went through a house in Sarasota County. Luckily, no one was injured, and drivers faced a few obstacles near the Ringling Causeway as well. There's some rain, heavy flooding near the Sailor and Nurse statue also along the bayfronts. We had rain and floods and also some strong winds. Let's get the first forecast from Wendy Ross. Wendy?
And Ray, we did have strong winds as those showers came through and thunderstorms came through this afternoon. We had wind gusts reported up to 50 to 60 mile-per-hour winds with some of those thunderstorms that came on through and affecting our area right here across the Sarasota County area. That's where those thunderstorms were the heaviest. And what we're looking at right now are some showers that are developing to the south and east. They're not expected to hold together very well. We're not going to be seeing rain overnight tonight, but we may get a stray shower that comes on in here, and then we are looking at fair skies for the overnight time period. What we've got right now is that most of the wet weather that was with us earlier today has now moved on out up towards the northwest or out into the Gulf of Mexico, and we are watching these showers and thunderstorms as they continue to move mostly towards the north and not so much towards us. So for tonight, we are expecting to see those showers pretty much out of the picture. We may get a stray shower up until about 11:30, and that's going to be about it for us tonight. Ray?
Okay, thank you, Wendy. Some amazing video now from out west. Look at this. This is a fire tornado, or Fire-nado for short. A fireman in Portland, Oregon took this video. So how does this happen? Wildfire can sometimes turn into a spinning vortex of flames like you see right here. Crews put out that fire without injury. Back here on the East Coast, police looking for the man who began shooting in a North Carolina mall this afternoon. Witnesses report several gunshots at the Crabtree Valley Mall in Raleigh about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Police went store to store to secure the mall. Some shoppers scrambled to get away while others found shelter in place.
We heard a couple shots and everyone just started running and screaming, so we ran into a dressing room with a couple other people.
The only injuries reported were those who got pushed and shoved while trying to leave the mall quickly. A search is also on for the person who opened fire outside a Jacksonville house party, killing a teenage girl and injuring 3 others. One of the victims is in serious condition. Police believe an argument preceded the gunshots. A North Carolina retiree has been hauled back to Florida. As reporter Derek Shore tells us, he is suspected of killing his mistress in 1977.
75-year-old Alan Bregman marched into jail. Nearly 4 decades later, he's now accused of brutally beating and shooting to death his mistress, Deborah Clark, back in August 1977.
Prayed at one point for whoever did this, not knowing, not having a name, not having a face.
Deborah's brother, Brian Pantola, finally getting some closure 39 years later to the day he got a call notifying him about Bregman's arrest. The charge, murder.
I was stunned. I was trying to process what he was telling me.
Bregman was questioned and eventually cleared back in the 70s, but recently detectives took another look at the cold case, taking fingerprints from an ashtray likely used in the attack and a single piece of hair found on Deborah's body. Detectives say both led to Bregman. The Boca Raton retiree had just recently moved to North Carolina. He was extradited today. His attorney claiming this evidence is not a concern.
The fact that the hair was found in the apartment really doesn't add anything to the calculus.
Attorney Barry Wax saying his client had set up Deborah with an apartment in Coral Gables, where the murder took place.
Police knew that Mr. Bregman owned the apartment. They knew that he visited the apartment, and they knew that he had had a relationship with this young lady.
Deborah's brother finally getting some relief so many years later.
It's not bringing me joy that someone's suffering or someone's, but justice.
At the Orlando airport, an emergency landing caused 7 people on board to be hospitalized. 6 of the 7 were members of the crew on board the Spirit airline flight. They complained of nausea and trouble breathing. The plane had taken off for Latrobe, Pennsylvania, and returned an hour later due to smoke in the cockpit. Sarasota is now the 34th county to have a case of the Zika virus. State health officials confirmed a woman who had traveled outside the country contracted the flu-like virus. She had gone to Jamaica. There are nearly 500 cases statewide. Many of you have expressed your concern on our Facebook page. Bill Scarpelli writes, "My wife is having twins. We only need to make it 2 more months." Sally Gerhart writes, "All this fear-mongering over Zika is getting old fast. We are not all going to be infected by this person." And Katie Starling says, "Introducing our newest vaccine on the vaccine schedule." Still to come, we'll show you how that Aquapalooza turned out near Longboat Key today. And a former Sarasota comedian is giving out more than punchlines in Newtown. That story and much more straight ahead.
Need new windows? Buy direct from the factory. New South Window is having a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy 4 windows, save 25%. Buy 6 windows, save 30%. Buy 8 or more windows and save 35%. How? Because New South owns the factory and you cut out the middleman. Award-winning, energy-efficient windows and doors installed with a lifetime warranty. New South Windows are made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com or call now.
This is important news for women diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Talcum powder may have caused your ovarian cancer. According to many studies, long-term use of talcum powder in products such as baby powder or shower-to-shower for feminine hygiene is linked directly to ovarian cancer. If you are an ovarian cancer victim or if a loved one died from ovarian cancer after using talcum powder, call the law offices of Davis & Crump at the number below right now to find out if you are eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Call now.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, we make sure you get the most for your money. More years, more miles, and when you're ready to sell, you'll get more money back. Come fall in love with the longest-lasting vehicle in its class, the Subaru Outback. Or lease a new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing right now during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Are you one of the many Americans who undergo CPAP or BiPAP therapy? How often are you replacing your masks and hoses? Replacing your CPAP or BiPAP supplies every 3 to 6 months is critical to an effective therapy. Bacteria will build up, making you sick, and worn-out straps cause leaks and are just plain uncomfortable. Let Allied Medical Supply Network help. Call Allied Medical to speak to an expert agent that will determine which supplies you need and will set up a schedule for your fresh, brand-name supplies to be delivered right to your door, right when you need them. Shipping's absolutely free, and you may qualify to receive supplies at little or no cost to you. That's right, there's no driving around town or remembering when to order. Call Allied Medical Supply Network today and rest easy.
Call 800-601-0658. That's 800-601-0658.
Hurricane season is here, so when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We bring you storm warnings faster and with more detail than ever before.
And track storms right down to your neighborhood.
On air, online, and on your mobile device, turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
It's not too often parties around Longboat Key require law enforcement. But something called Aquapalooza today had several agencies patrolling the waters near Jewfish Key. Jewfish Key is between the northern tip of Longboat Key and the southern area of Bradenton Beach. When people who live near Jewfish Key heard about the Aquapalooza plan for today, their red flags went up. But once organizers assured the neighbors the party would be on a sandbar and not in their secluded neighborhood, concern went down. However, Longboat Key Police Captain Chris Skinner says they were on the water, as well as several other agencies in case the party got out of hand.
Longboat Key has 2 boats. Each boat has 2 personnel on there. And I think that our Manatee County is on the water as well as FWC and the Coast Guard.
Captain Skinner says about 100 boats turned out for the party, about the same as a typical holiday weekend. And he says in the end, there weren't many problems.
I've just had a few boats that needed education as far as the speed zones. Other than that, we're glad that everyone's out having a good time.
Sarasota students go back to school in about 9 days, but some teachers were at work today. Nearly 200 arts, science, and history instructors met at the inaugural Edstravaganza. It was held at the Suncoast Technical College at Proctor and Bee Ridge Roads. Dozens of organizations passed along unique ideas for the teachers to try in the classroom this year.
Really a chance to make those first connections and get people excited about what they're going to utilize in their classrooms.
I've utilized it in the past. I've brought in dancers into the classroom, Japanese origami, so I'm looking to see what might work this year.
Sarasota County's first day of school is August 22nd. A former Sarasota resident is making sure kids have all the right tools for school. Latrice Allen is an entertainer now based in Atlanta. She says her fans nationwide helped collect school supplies that she passed out today in Newtown. Latrice says she wanted to give kids an experience they won't forget.
I once, struggled and went through a lot as a child coming up, and I know how it feels to not have a backpack. It was times I didn't have backpacks for school. I didn't have new clothes. So I just feel like I want to, touch somebody and help some kids and help some single parents that probably can't afford to do it at the time because bills.
Allen herself is a single mother with 4 children in Atlanta. Meantime, some local baseball players did some good deeds today as well. They put on a clinic for children who rarely get a chance to play sports. The Bradenton Marauders spent their day with members of the Miracle League of Minnesota. Now, the Miracle League gives kids with physical disabilities a chance to experience the thrills and joys of baseball. It began some 20 years ago outside the area. And judging by this reaction you're about to hear, the Miracle League is a home run.
I like doing this camp, and we have the mothers out to play with us.
Today was awesome. Coming out and hanging out with the Miracle League kids was a real pleasure for us. It's not every day that we get to go out and help out in the community, so when we do, we really like to fully extend and get into it, and hanging out with these kids has been a blast.
All those who took part received tickets to an upcoming Marauders game. The Miracle League's local website says there are, get this, 14,000 students with disabilities in Sarasota and Manatee counties alone. And some Manatee County students are learning teamwork while having some fun along the way. Students at Oneko Elementary School had fun training for what they call the Scooter Olympics. 2 students rode back-to-back on the flatbed scooters. The district shared this video on their Facebook page. Looks like fun.
Some of them looked like they were really great team players, didn't they? I mean, they're moving along. They're not going in opposite directions. That's a good thing.
That's true. And you might be a future Olympic sport the way we're going right now.
Exactly. exactly right. Well, they were at least under cover today. And for the most part, you know, we didn't get rain showers most of the day.
Right,
it was later. It was later when they came in, and we had some drier air in the middle levels of the atmosphere. That's what kept us from getting all the rains earlier in the day. But when they did come in, they affected mostly Sarasota and Manatee counties primarily, and that's where the heaviest showers were. East of I-75, anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of rain falling in a very short period of time. A great deal of lightning, and of course we talked earlier about the heavy high winds that came on through with those thunderstorms. And right now we're getting most of the rain moving out of the area. We've got a couple more showers now developing around the southeastern part of the state. Those showers are moving towards the northwest. They're holding together fairly well, but it doesn't appear right now as though they're going to be making it over to the west coast. And we're only talking about a 10 to 15% chance of rain throughout the overnight hours. If we're going to get any, it'll be a stray shower that comes on through. But for the most part tonight, the showers are pretty much over. And you can see that we're not looking at anything on shore right now. Most of the rain that we do have is an isolated storm that's located offshore and moving away from land. Now today we only had 51/100ths of an inch of rainfall, just about a half an inch of rainfall at the airport. And take a look at where we are for the year and for the month, and you can see we're still in the deficit numbers, so we still haven't had enough to catch up. We're still in a default situation, and we're not going to see a whole lot more in the way of rain over the next couple of days. We just have that typical summer-like pattern coming on through, and that means we'll get that 40 to 50% chance of rain in the forecast over the next couple of days. 93 was our daytime high today, not a record. Certainly that was set back in 1973 with 99 degrees, and normally we're at 90, but we had plenty of sunshine today, and so when you have those longer periods of sun, you're going to get those higher temperatures coming on in, and that helps to set up those very strong thunderstorms throughout the afternoon. 77 degrees for us right now. Our humidity is high. Dew points are high. The winds are calm. They're coming in out of the east right now at around 3 miles per hour. And all around the state, we're looking at temperatures in the 70s and 80s right now. That's certainly true for our area at this point, with the airport really the only place reporting 77 degrees. Punta Gorda is at 79, and everyone else reporting in the low 80s. We've got that low pressure system over Louisiana, the one that's bringing copious historic rainfall to Louisiana, and then we've got the high pressure system in the Atlantic. That's bringing in those winds out of the south. That's what's helping to make it feel very, very muggy out there. And so we're going to see that typical summer pattern taking place over the next couple of days. The rain chances 40 to 50% chances, and we're looking at those low 90s for daytime highs over the next couple of days as well. The Atlantic is quiet, so is the Caribbean. We're seeing a lot of cloud cover, nothing developing as far as the tropical systems are concerned. We just have this low pressure system moving over the Louisiana area, bringing all the rain showers there, the same one that affected us, moving away from the state of Florida, of course. And for boaters tomorrow, winds will be out of the southeast at 10 knots, seas 1 to 2 feet with a light chop out on the bay. Over the next couple of days, highs in the 90s and a 40 to 50% chance of rain, right?
Thank you, Wendy. The Rays try again in the Bronx, and a guy named Lucky who is also good. Sports is next. Stay with us.
I'm Alan Cohn. Red light cameras in Bradenton. Should they stay or should they go? Find out what city council members are saying about the choice.
Monday on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Attention breast cancer survivors. If you experience permanent hair loss or baldness after chemotherapy, you may qualify for a cash award. Thousands of women suffering breast cancer were given a chemotherapy drug without being warned about the possibility of irreversible alopecia. If you or a loved one suffered permanent hair loss after chemotherapy, call 888-622-8732. Time to file a claim is limited. 888-622-8732. That's 888-622-8732.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Attention, this is an important message for anyone who has taken Xarelto or Pradaxa. If you or a loved one took the blood thinner medication Xarelto or Pradaxa and was then hospitalized for internal bleeding, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to serious, even fatal internal bleeding. If you suffered a stroke, heart attack, or serious internal bleeding, or if a loved one died after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call us now. Our network of attorneys have years of experience fighting the big pharmaceutical companies and is ready to fight for you. Potential claims are being reviewed for users of Xarelto or Pradaxa who have suffered severe bleeding or hemorrhaging, stroke, or even death. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone.
Please call 800-928-6604. That is 800-928-6604.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. And all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. Independence U for an independent you.
1-800-350-9872.
Attention blood clot filter patients. Surgically implanted blood clot filters are potentially life-threatening. Some filters are prone to breaking, resulting in pieces of the filter moving through the body and causing internal bleeding. If you had surgery to implant a blood clot filter, you may be entitled to a cash award, even if you haven't suffered side effects yet. Call the Gold Shield Group now, 888-747-5291, to see if you qualify for a cash award, 888-747-5291.
Now, sports.
It may be tough to find two teams more different than the Rays and the Yankees. Different histories, different payrolls, and lately different results as well. Here we go, game 2 of the 3-game series in the Bronx. Rays looking for a win. 2 Yankees made their debut. Tyler Austin hits a solo home run, first time at the bat. Not a good sign for the Rays. But the Rays bounce back in the 4th. Look at this. Brad Miller has a 3-run home run. Kevin Kiermaier and Evan Longoria both cross the plate. Rays take a 3-2 lead. Yankees respond quickly, tying the game with this home run. Almost catches it there in center field. Yankees regain the lead in the 5th with a 3-run home run as well. Here it comes. Yankees take this one 8-4. The Rays will try again tomorrow to beat the Yankees in the Bronx. It's a matinee game in New York. Look at this, football. Cowboys at the Los Angeles Rams. Fun to see that one again. Good way to start the preseason here. Opening kickoff, and a guy named Lucky is also good. Lucky Whitehead gets out of some traffic and heads off for the races. 101-yard kickoff return. Cowboys go on to win this one, 24-14. To the pool now, 19-year-old Katie Ledecky not only won a 4th gold medal and broke a world record, she did it with one of the biggest leads in history. She won her 800-meter freestyle by 11 seconds. Now, who does she want to swim for in the future?
I've really enjoyed being an amateur the past couple of years, and I'm only 19 years old, and I only really want to represent myself and my family and my coach and my teammates. I don't really feel like I need to represent something bigger than that right now.
Well, she is. At 19, she is the youngest member of the team and the first woman since 1968 to sweep the 200, 400, and 800 freestyle races. Well, we can't show you tonight's race due to Olympic footage rules, but we can give you an update while showing you last night's race where Michael Phelps got a rare silver medal. An hour ago, Phelps won his 5th gold medal in the 400-meter medley relay. That gives him 23 for his career. What will likely be his final race. The most successful athlete in Olympic history. Amazing. Well, an actor passed away today. You won't recognize his name, but you'll know his work. That's next.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Using baby powder or talc may lead to ovarian cancer. $72 million was awarded in a recent talc lawsuit after lawyers found secret internal documents showing that the baby powder manufacturer knew about the link between talcum powder and ovarian cancer for decades, but never told the public. If you were diagnosed with ovarian cancer after using talcum powder on a regular basis, you may qualify for a cash award. Call 800 800-793-6621. 800-793-6621.
People ask me all the time, George, what do I do with my idea for a new product? I tell them, call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been providing patent referrals, preparing ideas, and submitting to companies for more than 30 years.
I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
For your free inventors information, call 1-800-881-6805.
Hi, I'm Dylan Radigan. The world is brimming with possibilities. That keeps me busy. My latest invention may be able to feed and sustain communities around the world. My team and I are always on the go, meeting new people and seeing new places. I produce films that I really care about. It's an honor to speak to audiences around the world. When people come together, meaningful work gets done. How do I do all this? Well, that part's easy. Hotelplanner.com.
This is important news for women diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Talcum powder may have caused your ovarian cancer. According to many studies, long-term use of talcum powder in products such as baby powder or shower-to-shower for feminine hygiene is linked directly to ovarian cancer. If you are an ovarian cancer victim or if a loved one died from ovarian cancer after using talcum powder, call the law offices of Davis & Crump at the number below right now to find out if you are eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Call now.
Temperatures on the Sun Coast are rising and the deals are hotter than ever during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. You'll feel cooler than ever when you drive away in a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999 or take home a stylish new Jeep Renegade for just $17,999. How about a new 2016 Jeep Patriot for just $14,999? Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Welcome back, two of my favorite guests, Cash 3 and Play 4.
Surprise! We're Pick 3 and Pick 4 now.
Whoa!
But we still play exactly the same. We just got a fresh new look.
Speaking of surprises, I have one for you. Say hello to Pick 2 and Pick 5!
Introducing the complete Pick family of games.
We're family now.
The new Pick 2 and Pick 5 have joined Pick 3 and Pick 4 to give you more choices in your daily gameplay. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
That 3'8" actor who played R2-D2 in the Star Wars movie has passed away. Kenny Baker died in his sleep, which is what he had hoped for. Baker had suffered for years with a lung condition. In addition to the Star Wars films, he also starred in films like The Elephant Man and Time Bandits. He lived to 81 years old. Back in this area, an all-afternoon fundraiser set for tomorrow around the site of the old Packing House Cafe, fired 2 months ago, destroyed and damaged several buildings around the site near Cattleman Road. Local musicians are uniting to perform from 1:30 to 7 p.m. It'll be held at the Sarasota Farm Bureau on Palmer Road. Proceeds will go toward restoring that old Packing House Cafe. And finally, a group of seniors from Michigan are showing off their moves. The performers range from 70 to 90. They've been practicing for months for this unique dance. Some of them even got out of their chairs to shake, rattle, and roll.
That's wonderful.
Their moves may have changed over the years, but they say having fun is what's most important. Good for them.
Isn't that great? It just happened. It just materialized. Isn't that great?
What a coincidence. They all have the same exact moves.
Isn't that
That's
marvelous?
wonderful. Love seeing that.
That is marvelous.
Yes.
That's great. Well, we're looking at a 50% chance of rain again for tomorrow. Keep in mind it's going to be hot until the rain comes to cool us down.
That's for sure. Okay,
Yeah.
Wendy, thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Have a nice night, folks.